All right, guys, today we have my top 10 plays of the week in MUT 23. I play a lot head-to-head, so I get a lot of crazy things that happen. Let's go ahead and get right into this, guys. So let me paint the situation for you, starting off with our number 10 play. It is 1:54 left in the game. My opponent has the ball. We are up by 2, so field goal loses it for us. So we need a clutch play to go ahead and win this ball game. Now, what we are going to have is probably one of the craziest interceptions you've seen in a bit. And this is actually going to be a 4 doink interception by Sam Adams to seal the deal and give us the W. Again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to say 3. You know what? I might have over doinked my fourth doink. But yeah, that ends up getting the interception and winning the ball game for me, as he had one timeout left. So that was number 10. Let's go ahead and get to number 9. Number 9, a little bit crazier. So as you guys can see right here, it is 23-23. My opponent scores with 33 seconds left. I have one timeout. I need a field goal, but you know how it is. I got to go probably like 55 yards in order to get a field goal. So chances are I'm not going to be able to, and we're going to take this game to overtime, except if we get a good kickoff return. Now, if this was a normal kickoff return, I wouldn't have included it in the video. But of course, this is a 2 broken tackle kickoff return. We do not return for 6, but we turn it into field goal range, which is, of course, good enough. Honorable mention right here, guys, is going to be a Michael Vick run. And I wanted to put it on here because we did not score a touchdown off this run, but it was still a very nice run, as you guys can see. Absolutely outrunning everybody. But can we shout out the fact that number 18 is absolutely useless in everyone's life? I mean, bro, what are you doing, number 18? If 18 blocks, we could have probably had a touchdown here, and this would have been higher up on the list. If 18 would have just blocked one person, that could have been a tutty. Number 18, you're off the team. I don't even know who 18 is. I'll be honest with you. This was a little while ago when we did that clip. All right, so right here, it is 6-0. My opponent has the ball, though. If he gets a touchdown this drive, it's over. And I get a little bit of a, I watched that play happen, coach, tutty. And, of course, I had to celebrate a little bit. You already know, boys. I had to go ahead and give them a little bit of watch. But we go ahead and stop this play right here. To be honest, my opponent did actually have a really good play that was about to happen with this guy. But, you know how LT gets. LT absolutely goes after him. And I go ahead and get a pick 6. Quiet down the W Coliseum because your boy got a W. So GG to the Saints. And to be honest, it happens, man. Number 7, guys. This is actually going to be against the Rams here. So let's go ahead and see this. I think this is actually this is not head-to-head, which most 90% of these are going to be head-to-head. But I wanted to include this on there because this was kind of crazy. It is also in competitive mode. Competitive all Madden, whatever, 3 stars. So it's a little bit, crazy that it does happen. But this was a tutty. Look at this. Boom and boom. I believe this was a solo battles. And bam, just like that, we get the W. So, again, like I said, I know it was solo battles, but it's so crazy. Number 6. This is actually against an online opponent, and it's going to be 4th and 9. He throws the ball deep. Perfect coverage. And somehow CeeDee Lamb ends up with a touchdown. He does celebrate. We win the game in the end, which I always find funny is when someone celebrates and I go ahead and win the game. But right here, again, like I said, I mean, look at that. Absolute W coverage. And what's funny is the reason why he gets this touchdown is because my guy comes back for the ball, come back to the receiver to cover him because Jamar Chase has the ball. Instead, Jamar Chase just pops it up. And what's even worse is look at this. Both of my guys get knocked down by a player on the ground, which allows it so 0 players can possibly tackle CeeDee Lamb on the play. It's an L, man. It's an L. Number 5. Let's go ahead and watch this play out. So we are up by 23 points. Comfortable lead. But my opponent still is going to be walking to his left-hand side here. Amazing play with my Marcus Mariota. Honestly, pocket presence crazy. But does it matter? Not really, because we got Deion Jones, and we cause a fumble on the play. And we get the ball back. Somehow Sam Adams gets the ball back, of course. Sam Adams is literally the god. I'm not even going to ask questions. Sam Adams is just freaking good. All right, so 4th down and 10 here versus a Browns fan. You got some Jalen Hurts action in here, so you already know you got an 89 overall. Let's go ahead and look. 4th down and 10. He's going to throw a pass, and I just read it all the way with Steve Atwater. I'll be honest with you. This is probably my favorite plays to do in Madden, is to just run a man blitz and then just use the running back. And the reason why is because it's so obvious. Like, when you're looking at this play, it's so obvious he's going to check it down. So I just like to run with it. Hold wide at the last second. Get that pick 6. It's a free tutty every single time if your opponent is just going to check it down, try to get the ball out. So GG there, man. Took the L. All right. Number 3 we have is going to be the same game from earlier. Now he's going for a 2-point conversion. And this one is a little bit crazy. I mean, at the same time, you know, I probably should have put this at like number 10 here because it is a pick by a defensive lineman, which usually does not happen. And I do end up pitching it back to Sam Adams. So Sam Adams ended up on this list like 1,000 times now. Sam Adams absolutely ended up on this list like 1,000 times now. Now, this one's actually a little crazy. So it ends up becoming a fumble because the backward pass was covered for 6, and my opponent does quit after this for obvious reasons. But if we look at this, it ends up being that it gets tipped off his hands. So because I guess I was there on this play, I end up knocking the ball out of his hands, which goes from an incomplete pass to a fumble. And then obviously that fumble I recover for 6, which is absolutely crazy because in all honesty, everything perfectly had to happen there for me to get a fumble for 6. Like, everything had to shape out correctly for me to get a fumble for 6 there. And I end up getting the fumble for 6 there, which is an absolute dub. I don't even know how I did it. I'll be honest with you, even watching it back, I don't know. All right, so here is a really cool overtime game. This is no, it's not overtime. This is I think this is house rules. Yeah, this is house rules. So if you guys remember how house rules worked, this house rules was actually if you get a more than a 15-yard rushing touchdown, you actually win the game. Not win the game. I think you get 12 points if you get a 14-yard rushing touchdown. So, of course, looking at this situation right now, the only way I could win this is if I get a 14-yard rushing touchdown. There's no other way. If I get a passing touchdown, I get 7 points. He gets the ball back. He wins the game. There's only 2 minutes, 43 seconds left. So I knew going into this, okay, I have to get a 14-plus yard rushing touchdown. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have to figure it out. And for some reason, some way, Michael Vick absolutely God tier mode here. And what's really funny about this play is if you watch this back, I should have been stopped right there by Patrick Surtain. Look at this. I should easily have been stopped right here. Juke of the century right there on Patrick Surtain getting that W and cleaning up the win. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.